Pocket FM.
To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.
Talia found her first experience of shopping for clothes overwhelming. Dresses, tops, shorts, pants, skirts, shoes, hats, boots, jackets, cardigans. Everything looked good, and she didn't dare make any requests. Bryn took Talia's measurements and determined the right size for her undergarments, so Talia only needed to pick style and color from the catalog that Isi brought. Talia picked a conservative style in light tan color, and Isi slipped into the pile white, black, and blue undergarments of the same type. Bryn expertly removed clothes from Talia and put new ones on, and Isi went out to get the right size or color when needed. When Isi came out of the dressing room the second time, she changed the sign on the door to closed and locked the door so that new customers didn't come. The two of them committed to serving Talia, convinced that would please Damon.
This green dress goes great with your hair,
Isi exclaimed.
This silvery top looks cute and makes your eyes sparkle,
Bryn chimed in. They praised everything, and after the fifth outfit, Talia tuned them out. Damon used his alpha hearing to listen to every word, and he tried to imagine how those clothes fit Talia. Did she smile while looking at herself in the mirror?
You should really try this camisole. It will show off your legs,
Isi spoke. That doesn't seem necessary. I know how my legs look like, Talia responded stiffly, and Damon facepalmed. Silly girl. That would be for him to see her legs. Did she try on that camisole? Damon swallowed hard. He really wanted to see her. After some time, Talia lifted her hands, preventing Bryn from putting another top on her.
I think this seems enough.
Isi and Bryn frowned in disapproval.
You still need to try these.
Isi gestured to the latest pile that she brought into the dressing room.
We've been here for a while, and Alpha Damon seems busy. I don't want to risk him being late for something important because of this,
Talia spoke. Isi and Bryn exchanged glances and nodded in agreement. They got carried away, thinking that if it pleased Talia, it would put them in good books with their alpha. Damon didn't shop often, and this represented his first time in their boutique. But they didn't consider that this might interfere with his schedule, which might make him angry.
All right,
Bryn spoke and gestured to the neatly stacked clothes.
These all fit you well. Which one do you want?
Talia took a few seconds to visually inspect the choices. She picked one dress, one top, and one pair of jeans, and then she reached for a pair of white tennis shoes. Talia didn't like skirts or high-heeled shoes, and with what she picked, she thought that she got a bit of everything.
I will take this.
Bryn's displeasure looked obvious.
Only those? What about a jacket and some accessories?
Talia looked at the pile of clothes and shoes longingly.
Everything you showed me looks wonderful, but I don't have money. When I repay Alpha Damon and earn more, I will come back and get something else.
Damon felt shocked by Talia's words. She wanted to repay him for the clothes? Didn't he tell her that she didn't need to pay for anything? But then, this represented Talia, and she always acted in unexpected ways. The more Damon found out about Talia, the more he realized how she differed from any other woman he met. Bryn and Isi felt flabbergasted. How could Talia talk so openly about not having money? And what meant that thing about repaying Alpha Damon? This represented his pack, and technically the store belonged to him also. He provided the whole pack with benefits, and usually no one in the Darkborn charged Alpha Damon for goods and services.
It seems she represents just a refugee, maybe just passing by.
Isi spoke through the mind link to Bryn. Bryn agreed. Yeah, why did I think that Alpha would look at such a scrawny woman? It's obvious that he does this out of pity. In the next moment, Isi and Bryn found it difficult to breathe. I asked you to help her pick clothes, not to gossip. Damon's icy voice sounded in Bryn's and Isi's head, and the two of them visibly paled.
Do you think that this seems too much?
Talia asked two saleswomen. She saw their expressions change, but she felt unsure about the cause.
Maybe I should get only the dress then.
Pack everything that fits her. You have 2 minutes. Damon spoke to Isi and Bryn through the mind link. If I hear any rumors about this, I know where to find you. Talia watched as Bryn and Isi scrambled through the dressing room. They filled their hands with clothes and shoes and dashed out without telling Talia what happened. One moment, Isi and Bryn forced clothes on her with smiles on their faces. Then they asked her to pick with stern expressions, and then they just left frantically. Talia felt unsure what to think of this. Maybe everyone in this pack acted moody like Alpha Damon. When they got close to the pack house, Damon mind-linked Maya and Caden. "Where is Casey?"
She stayed in the living room, waiting for you,
Maya responded. "Keep Casey busy. We will be there in a minute. Don't let Casey see Talia." Damon didn't want to hide Talia, but if Casey saw her, it would cause more drama and it might upset Talia more. Casey represented a loose cannon. Damon got out of the car and helped Talia out, but this time he didn't let go of her hand. He almost ran up the stairs and Talia had difficulty keeping up with him. He halted his steps when they reached the 3rd floor and looked at Talia, who caught her breath. "If this gets you winded, you should exercise more." He spoke flatly. Talia looked at him dejectedly.
No amount of exercise will help me keep up with you.
"With your speed or with your mood?" Damon smirked. "We will see about it. We start after Travis says that you healed." Talia's lips twitched as she felt a calamity approaching. Did he say, "we start"? What did that mean about we? Damon glanced towards the stairs, wondering if Casey would act brazen enough to come after them. She should know that the 3rd floor stayed off limits, but Casey represented the one who ignored the rules. He opened the door of Talia's room and practically pushed her in. "I have something urgent to handle. Get in and take a rest. Someone will get your clothes up." And just like that, he closed the door and left. Talia stared at the closed door with a frown, but a second later she shook her head and went to bed. This whole experience felt mentally exhausting, and she didn't want to do it again. One good thing involved that it seems she finished dealing with Alpha Damon for today. Damon instructed Maya and Stephanie through the mind link to help take bags from the trunk to Talia's room.
You seem difficult to see.
Casey spoke to Damon as she approached him when he descended the stairs to the main level. "I seem busy," Damon responded curtly and headed out. Damon nearly blew a fuse in the boutique when he heard how Isi and Bryn spoke about Talia, and he needed to steam out, so he went to the training grounds. Casey stood in the hallway and pouted. Sure, Alpha Damon always seemed busy, but normally she could see him over meals and in the evening, yet now he seemed impossible to catch, and she still didn't get a chance to find out what happened in the Red Moon Pack. Her plan involved getting him to bed and making him talk when his guard went down, but he didn't seem interested in carnal activities. What happened? Casey's eyebrows shot up with curiosity when she saw Maya and Stephanie, both with hands full of bags that clearly came from a boutique in Darkbourne. Casey visited here many times, so she felt familiar with the town and shops. She glanced through the main door and saw that those came from the trunk of Damon's car.
Did Alpha Damon return from shopping?
Casey asked Maya. Maya smirked.
What do you think?
Casey's expression darkened. Didn't he say that he seemed busy? And he went shopping? Casey craned her neck to see what's in the bags, but other than one piece of white fabric with lace on the edge, she didn't see much. Casey frowned while looking up, just enough to see that Stephanie and Maya went all the way up to the 3rd floor. Did he buy presents for someone? But there existed no guess other than Casey, and it didn't make sense that Damon would buy clothes for Stephanie or for Maya. Casey's face exploded into a smile when she concluded that those clothes must belong to her. Yes, it made sense. Alpha Damon avoided her and pretended to seem busy while secretly he went to buy clothes for her, and he would give them to her as part of some surprise. Did he plan for a romantic dinner? Who knew? Maybe he would ask her to become his Luna. Casey told herself not to spoil the surprise. She would pretend that she didn't see anything, and when the time came, she would show him her best amazed expression. Casey hummed a tune and went to her room with a spring in her step.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.
Talia was sleeping, and she was not sure what she was dreaming of, but she knew it was pleasant, and she didn't want to wake up. A knock came at the door. "Are you awake?" She heard Damon's voice. "You didn't come for breakfast, and you have an appointment with a nutritionist." I knocked, but there was no answer. Damon's voice trailed. "You should get ready and eat." Talia's head peeked out, just enough for her eyes to be visible.
You came to wake me up?
"Mm-hmm," he hummed in confirmation. "I also brought you food." Talia glanced toward the coffee table and she saw a tray with food on it. Talia was half relieved that Damon's mood seemed to be good. Or is it? She blinked at the sight of his half-smile directed her way. That might be a dazzling smile for many women, but Talia feared that he will do something outrageous. Or maybe her hair is super messy and he is mocking her. Was she snoring? How long was he watching her before she woke up? She wanted him to leave.
Thank you for bringing me these. I will be down as soon as I get ready.
Damon nodded in agreement. "We will go down as soon as you get ready." Talia noticed the "we" part.
You don't need to wait for me.
"Oh, but I do. What will happen if you go back to sleep?"
I won't.
"You won't," Damon confirmed before expanding on it. "You won't with me here." He leaned closer to Talia, who pushed herself into the bed how much pillows allowed. "What do you want to do first? Wash up or have breakfast? If you keep on delaying, one will need to be cut short unless you do them at the same time." His eyes twinkled with mischief.
I will wash up right away.
She hated that her voice was squeaky, but it was out and she couldn't take it back.
Damon watched with amusement as Talia dashed into the bathroom. He chuckled, finding her panicked run absolutely adorable.
Damon took a mental note to pamper Talia more and help raise her self-esteem because she shouldn't think of herself as below others. But how can he do that without exposing that she is his mate? "Are you still stuck on it?" Damon's wolf asked. "Stuck on what?" Damon's wolf snorted in disapproval. "You are worried about others finding out how important mate is so that they don't hurt her, and you end up hurting her. Wake up! Your choices are either to protect her how any alpha would his woman, or let her go." Damon groaned. "You know I can't let her go." He knew that the safest thing for Talia would be to pretend that the sparks are not there, but he was too selfish to do so. Damon had status, power, money. Anything he wanted was his. Toward his pack, he feels duty, and everything else is either a necessity or fleeting pleasure. However, the connection he feels with Talia is different, addictive, and as much as he is frustrated that he can't resist the pull, the sweet, citrusy scent of freesia puts his mind at ease. And the sparks, when they touch, make him feel alive. When Talia is in Damon's visible range, there is no pack, no enemies, no schemes. It's just the two of them, and he wouldn't want it any other way. Last night, instead of sleeping, Damon stared at the ceiling while imagining how it will feel when they kiss. It was not if they will kiss, but when. And Damon was giddy like a teenager while thinking about various scenarios of how that magical kiss will happen. "Soon. You have your answers, boy," Damon's wolf said. "Stop going back and forth because you always return to the point that she is important and you can't let her go. Act like it, or you will end up hurting mate and she will go hungry again and she will leave." Anxiety swelled inside Damon at the thought that Talia might leave. Damn it! Damon looked at the bags with clothes and wondered if he should buy more stuff. Yes, if he gets her more stuff and food and whatever she wants, she will not leave. Talia stood under the warm water, flustered as the memories of Damon cradling her cheek in his palm popped into her mind. His touch was warm and gentle, and it reflected in his deep blue eyes. It actually looked like he cared. And then he got above her, really close, and he smelled delicious, and she saw him throw a quick glance at her lips. And Talia told herself not to overthink it. Alpha Damon saw so many beauties like Marcy and Casey. Compared to them, Talia is like a stick figure, and Alpha Damon would never have any inappropriate thoughts. He probably sees her like a pet project, something to keep himself busy. It seems that clingy Damon came to wake her up, and Talia was not sure if she prefers this one or the one who ignores her. Talia didn't want to come out of the shower, not because she enjoyed it, but because she knew that once she comes out, she will need to face Damon again. But then, what if she takes too long? He might come after her. Talia quickly got out of the shower.
Oh no.
Talia mumbled dejectedly when she realized that in her hurry to escape Alpha Damon, she didn't bring any clothes with her. Now what? Slowly, Talia peeked out of the bathroom and released the breath she was holding when she couldn't spot Damon. He left.
She clutched the towel that was scantily wrapped around her. Yes, she was alone, but that didn't mean Damon wouldn't return at any moment. There was a chance he had only gone to his room for a minute, so she needed to hurry. She tiptoed out of the bathroom, hoping he wouldn't come back too soon. But luck was not on her side. Talia froze at the door of the closet. What was Alpha Damon doing in her closet? And why was he holding her clothes?
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.
Pocket FM. To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.